Hello, my name is Oleg Alexandrovich Khan. The subject of laboratory work number 3, file management, working with documents in cloud services. Discipline, information and communication technologies. Topic: File management, working with documents in cloud services. Purpose of work: learn about cloud technologies for digital document preparation. Working with documents in cloud services in collaboration with other users. The content of the work. First, read the brief information from the theory. Second, to perform the job. And last, write a report on the work performed. Task number 1. First, open the program Total Commander. Second, create an ICT folder on drive D and in it create a labs folder. Third, in the graphics editor Paint, draw a traffic light, semaphore. Save the picture with the .bmp and .jpg. Extension in the ICT folder on the drive D. Fourth, perform the operation of archiving the created files into the ICT folder. Fifth, compare the compression ratio of the files. And last, unpack the specified files from the ICT folder to the labs folder. File Manager. A computer file is a computer resource for recording data discretely in a computer storage device. Just as words can be written to paper, so can information be written to a computer file. Files can be edited and transferred through the internet on that particular computer system. There are different types of computer files designed for different purposes. A file may be designed to store a picture, a written message, a video, a computer program, or a wide variety of other kinds of data. Some types of files can store several types of information at once. By using computer programs, a person can open, read, change, save, and close a computer file. Computer files may be reopened, modified, and copied an arbitrary number of times. Typically, files are organized in a file system, which keeps track of where the files are located on a disk and enables user access. The file system is one of the most important parts of the operation system to a user. Desirable properties of files. Long-term existence. Files are stored on disk or other secondary storage and don't disappear when a user logs off. Shareable between processes. files have names and can have associated access permissions that permit controller sharing. Structure. Files can be organized into hierarchical or more complex structure to reflect the relationship among files. A file management system is an application that is used to store, arrange, and access files stored on a disk or other storage location. The main purpose of a file manager is to enable users to create and store new files on a device, laptop or desktop, view all the files stored on the device, and to organize files in different hierarchical arrangements, such as folders, for easy classification. The basic operations possible with a file management system include creating new files, displaying all stored files, moving files between locations, adding and editing basic metadata, sorting files based on criteria such as data modified, date created, file size, file format, etc. A file management system provides you with a simple interface that can be used to browse through folders and access different files using dedicated applications such as Excel for .xls, Acrobat for .pdf, and Word for .doc. The default file management system provided for the users of Microsoft Windows computers is Windows Explorer. The way a computer organizes, names, stores, and manipulates files is globally referred to as its file system. Most computers have at least one file system. Some computers allow the use of several different file systems. For instance, on newer MS Windows computers, the older FAT-type file systems of MS-DOS and old version of Windows are supported, in addition to the NTFS file system, that is a normal file system for recent versions of Windows. Each system has its own advantages and disadvantages. Standard FAT allows only 8 character file names plus a 3-character extension with no spaces. For example, whereas NTFS allows much longer names. File level storage is the predominant storage technology used on hard drives, network attached storage (NAS) systems, and similar storage systems. File level storage stands in contrast to block level storage, in that individual files and folders can be accessed and managed by the storage system, whereas the small storage blocks that make up the files and folders cannot be directly controlled. File level storage is simple to implement and use, and it's also less expensive to manage than block level storage, which are key reasons for its popularity in terms of use on home computers and in smaller business systems. The task number 2. First, create a document in Google Docs. Second, select a variant of the task and type the text of the abstract. The text should be typed in Times New Roman, font size 14, left margin 3 cm, right margin 1 cm. And last, share this document with your teacher. Task variants. First, multimedia technology. Second, mobile operation systems. Next, mobile technologies. Next, Internet of Things. Next, robotics, artificial intelligence. Next, green technologies in ICT. Next, electronic business, basic business models. Next, e-government, concepts, architecture, services. Next, fundamentals of information security. Next, standard in the field of ICT. Next, application of GPS navigators. And last, electronic technologies. Cloud technologies. What are the cloud technologies? It's a convenient environment for storing and processing information. Cloud technologies are a combination of hardware, software, communication channels, as well as technical support for users. For in the cloud is aimed at reducing costs and improving the efficiency of users' work. The basic concept of cloud technologies is that information is stored and processed by means of a web server, and the result of this calculation is provided to the user through a web browser. The history of cloud technologies, computing, begins in 1970, from the moment when the American scientist Joseph Licklider proposed his idea. It consists in the possibility of providing Internet users access not only to data, but also to programs. Cloud computing. Cloud computing is a technology of distributed data processing, in which computing resources are provided to the user as an Internet service. A feature of cloud technologies is not attachment to a geographical area. The client can work with cloud services from anywhere in the world and from any device that has Internet access. Look at this picture. Cloud computing, servers, virtual desktop, software platform, application, storage, data, router for connection to Internet, switch, and users. Advantages of cloud computing. Availability, доступность. Access to information stored on the cloud can be obtained by anyone who has a computer, tablet, any mobile device connected to the Internet. Mobility, мобильность. The user doesn't have constant attachment to one workplace. From anywhere in the world, the managers can receive reports and control production. экономичность. The user does not need to buy expensive computers of large computing power and software. Reliability, надежность. The reliability of modern cloud computing provides is much higher than the reliability of local resources. Flexibility, гибкость. All necessary resources are provided by the provider automatically. Let's consider disadvantages of cloud computing. Permanent internet connection. To access the cloud service, you need a permanent internet connection. Next, software limitation. The user has limitations in the software used and cannot configure the program for his own purposes. Confidentiality. It's not recommended to store the most important documents for the company on the public cloud, as there is currently no technology that would guarantee 100% confidentiality of the stored data. Basic services of cloud technologies. Creating and editing text documents, working with spreadsheets, creating electronic presentations, creating and editing simple images, email, store and backup copies of user data. The most popular cloud service is Google Docs. The service allows you to create and edit text documents, spreadsheets, presentations, graphic files. The user must create a Google account to work with Google Docs. A Google account is created during registration. Don't just enter your username, email, and password. Google Docs is a free service where you get a certain amount of gigabytes of free space in the Google Cloud storage. You can upload text documents, photos, videos, and ads to the cloud storage. The best way to work with Google Docs is to use the Chrome web browser. In this case, you will get access to all useful Google services and will be able to manage all tasks from one place. Task number 3. First, create a document in Google Docs. Second, fill in the table, class, schedule. Task number 4. First, open a Google spreadsheet, generate 9 random numbers ranging from 0 to your birthday. Leave 2 decimal places. Find the minimum, maximum, and average values. Plot the distribution of random numbers. Second, create a table that allows you to automatically acquire a scholarship to students of your subgroup. Consider that the accrual of the scholarship is based on the marks obtained in the 4 exams of the winter session as follows. Оценки на экзамене такие: 5, 4, 3, 2. Базовая величина стипендии 25 тысяч тенге. Базовую стипендию получают все сдавшие сессию, то есть у кого нет двоек. Сдавшие без троек получают 1,5 базовых стипендии. Сдавшие все экзамены на 5 получают 2 базовые стипендии, то есть в 2 раза больше, чем 25 тысяч тенге. И не сдавшие, то есть получившие хотя бы 1 двойку, стипендию не получают. Все расчеты надо проводить в тенге. Электронная таблица должна автоматически вычислять стипендии студентов. Solution requirements. Changing the exam grade automatically changes the amount of the scholarship. Provide a wrap-up of the session. Grow scholarship fund. Separate amounts for all 3 categories of students receiving a scholarship: excellent students, good students, and passing. Construct a chart for illustrate the share of scholarships of the different categories. Report content. First, title page. Second, description of creating a good account. Third, result of the work performed. And fourth, answer to control questions. Control questions. First, what is a Google account? Second, how to create a text document in Google Docs. Next, how do I draw a spreadsheet in Google Docs? Next, what is Google Voice dialog for? And last, questions. What are the advantages of cloud services? Thank you for attention.